the What Everybody podcast. This is Jonny speaking in the third person, and welcome back to another What Everybody Wednesday, our favorite day of the week, totally because it's hump day. On today's episode, the boys chat about passengers and why everyone is freaking out on airlines. People are losing their shit, people. They talk Crocs and more Crocs and some other stuff we're sticking around for. So it's time to grab your favorite pair of clogs, a lawnmower, the best lawyer you can find, and relax. So with no further ado, Ryan and Jonny. Hello. Welcome to the What Everybody podcast. Here we are again. Another day, another dollar. Ryan Harris.
Boosted edition.
I am Jonny Udell. This is Ryan Harris.
We're boosted, baby.
We are boosted. We're boosted babies. And you know what's great? I had no side effects except for maybe being a little tired.
I was
That's
tired.
all that happened to me.
Yeah, I was tired.
That's all I had with me, and it wasn't even so bad. I was up early this morning. I was up like 6 a.m.
I will take that and I will lead it in to a talking point because I'm a pro.
And this is why you get paid the big bucks.
This is why I get paid the big bucks. But what's going on with the airlines these days, dude? Like,
dude, they're crazy. I'll tell you, people have been cramped.
People are losing their shit,
losing their minds. And you know what? It's not cool because during the pandemic, these airlines stayed in business and people worked on these airlines. We have a mutual friend who caught COVID being somebody who works on an airline.
3,000 reports of unruly passengers this past year alone.
Do you know what it was last year? Yeah, do you know what it was? In 2000, look up what it is in 2019. You're going to be blown away by the difference. It was like something like 90.
90, yeah.
Like it went, like it's crazy.
Traveling brings out the worst in people to begin with. What is it about getting on an airplane that makes me think I'm the most important person and I have to be on time and it's your job to make sure that nothing gets messed up?
Well, I don't know if that's just paying for a service and expecting good service. You paid for that service. So, but I will say this. What gives somebody the right to get on an airplane and have the entitlement to say, I'm not going to wear a mask on the airplane, even though it is currently the law? You have to. Everybody has to, whether you are a vaccinator or an anti-vaccinator or whatever the fuck your stance is. Whatever your stance is, the bottom line is it's the law. And people are starting most of these problems in the airports are starting over masks.
Yeah, let me ask you a hypothetical, dude. Let me ask you a hypothetical. I call you from the police department because I just got arrested. And you go, what'd you do? And I went, I got on the airplane with no pants on.
I think first thing I would do, I would laugh first.
You'd laugh, yeah.
Totally.
Okay, I posed a stupid question, but the point remains the same. Like, there's certain things that you have to do to fly.
Like, what about if you don't want to go through the metal detector at the airport?
Yeah,
what's the difference?
You don't get through it. And actually, that's probably more invasive because, like, what the X-ray thing, supposedly, it takes 10 minutes off your life or something like that. Is that true?
That's why you just got to get TSA pre like myself, and you just walk through the fucking thing. That's it.
TSA pre was the best $100 I ever spent.
Yeah, none of this standing there like that, dude. It is the best money
best
I've ever
$100
spent.
You will ever spend. Listen to how fondly we're talking about that.
Yeah. We should definitely hashtag them. We got to hashtag them.
Hashtag TSA.
Hashtag TSA global entry. It's the best thing ever because I know when I go to the airport that I'm not going to have to wait in line for security. And that if I'm running a few minutes behind, it's okay. It's because I'll be able to go through TSA and you don't have to take your shoes off. You don't have to take your computer out of your bag. You don't have to take your sweatshirts off. You don't have to take your belts off if you're wearing any. I don't wear them. But still. Anyway, back to the story. The airline. Finish telling me, Ryan Harris. What do you got?
Well, here's my point. I'm not trying to rail on people that don't want to own whatever. The anti-maskers are going to hate our podcast. Here's my point. Is that
ask me if I can.
There's that, and then there's just this next level of behavior that I can't recall seeing before. A lady brought her own PA system onto an airplane.
Before you go.
So that when they were in the air, she could take it out and start...
Can I just interrupt you for 1 second?
Educating people?
Yeah. No, I want you to tell me more about that, but you mentioned anti-masker. I just wanted to throw a little side note that I think my neighbor today looked at me as an anti-masker. And I'll tell you why, which it's kind of funny because I'm completely not that guy. I don't wear a mask walking from my car to my house. I just don't. I leave my mask in my car so I always know that it's there when I need it. I don't need it walking from my car to my front door.
We're outside.
Well, I've seen my neighbor twice, last night and again this morning. And last night he kind of looked at me weird because I didn't have my mask on. And the guy's standing out by the laundry room with his mask on. And then today I'm leaving to come meet you over here. And he sees me again. And this time he completely gave me the look of disapproval. And I was like, come on, dude, I'm not that guy. It's like I'm walking from my door to my car. Give me a break. However, on an airplane, I double mask. Not all the time, but sometimes, because it's crazy, dude. Think about how disgusting that is. Everyone's breathing. Then there's the assholes on there who refuse to wear a mask. Something tells me those are the same assholes who are not vaccinated.
Well, this lady that I was talking about, she had a mask on, but she brought her own PA system in. Watch this.
How do you get a PA system onto a fucking airplane?
I have no idea, dude. I mean, I guess it was small enough that it was a carry-on. I'll let this dummy speak for herself.
My microphone. This is mine. You can't take it. I tried borrowing yours.
It's got feedback.
I brought my microphone.
Yeah, it's feeding back.
This is perfect. Thank you. We're set up great. You don't take the feedback.
And actually, I'm going to start this.
The thing feeds back right out of the gate.
The feedback's the funniest part because as the video goes on, like she's trying to be serious, but then there's like all the feedback. It's just like,
what is she trying to accomplish here?
She has no point.
Pandemic started all because humans had lost a little bit of faith. You don't cuss me?
Ballsy.
I'm right in front of my seat. I don't need to be taken anywhere. I don't need to be cuffed.
I don't need to be cuffed.
Completely harmless.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do.
Because, like I said, I'm not terrible to look at.
Oh, what an arrogant bitch on top of
what
it,
an
huh?
asshole. The overall.
I only call her a bitch because she's acting like one. Entitlement bitch.
It's entitlement. It's annoying. You get on it, like just sit down and shut up. Just let people go. Just let people get to where they're going.
It's so like unaware.
It's not it's not your platform. You know,
it's not your plane.
It's an idiot.
You're in public. Like if you went to the mall and did that, you'd get kicked out of the mall. If you went like anywhere and did that,
you're okay if you're at like Hollywood and Highland and you have
that's
a
outside
megaphone.
on like right.
You know,
that's like protesting.
Essentially, that's what she's doing.
But you can't protest on private property. And essentially, that airplane belongs to whatever airline she's on, and she is on private property at that moment. You can't protest on private property.
I wish I could like be the guy in the back of the plane. It's like, shut up, bitch.
I'm amazed that nobody did that.
I know.
Like nobody,
The fact that people are just like filming it on their phones and not telling her to shut up.
I would have been like, sit down and shut up. I'm watching Shawshank over here. Be quiet.
Maybe they were telling her to shut up, but you couldn't hear it over her PA system.
Yeah, that chick. I mean, what was the end result of that?
Let's watch the rest of it.
The reason the pandemic started is because nobody here has any more
God.
faith, because
It's just
you're
an
stuck to your stupid
idiot.
devices.
Who's that
You
guy?
don't even know what reality is anymore.
See the private police on the plane?
Stupid nonsense to determine your reality.
See, they cuffed her. Those yellow things are handcuffs. And the feedback.
And she's got a dog with her.
The feedback. I gotta turn it off. It's so loud. That feedback. The feedback sounds like R2D2.
It totally did. Totally. Did you ever, they have like, ever since 9/11, they have undercover cops on every flight.
Maybe that's what
Do you
that guy in
think-
the guy in
that's
the
what
white
I
hoodie.
said.
Yeah.
Yeah, do you think that really large man was one of those guys? Because I'd imagine they're not
Or,
going to small
I mean-
dudes on there.
Dude, like I've seen a couple videos where the pilot will get on the loudspeaker and be like, "We need some people that are willing to help up at the front of the plane."
For real?
Yeah.
No way. Don't you think
Yeah.
that would send panic through a crowd?
What are you gonna do? You got somebody being an asshole and you have to contain them while you're in the air, you know?
Do you stand up if a pilot says that? You know how to fight.
I've never been in that situation, but I hope that if I were ever in that situation, I'd be the guy that stood up and helped, you know?
Yeah. I mean, unless there's guys that are bigger than me who would do a better job. They ask for big guys. I'm not a big guy. I weigh 150 pounds. Now, let's say the guy who I'm trying to take down weighs 200 pounds and it's crazy. I do nobody any good.
Then you have your hands full. You have your hands full.
Well, what they need to do is give me the fire extinguisher and let me either hit him in the head or the head down low with it. One of them.
Or just shoot the carbon dioxide at him. And he
that'd
won't
probably
be able
be
to
a
breathe.
death. Nor will anybody else on the
Yeah.
plane.
Yeah, watch the pilot. The pilot on this one asks for help.
That's the hero one. That's not the one asking for guys in the front.
You gotta try harder. Oh, get over it, bitches. You gotta get off eventually.
Dude, I
A
mean,
flight from Kentucky has just landed at Charlotte Douglas
what an
International
asshole.
Airport. Passengers pull out their phones to record one impatient man who insists on deplaning before he's allowed to.
Oh, he's just drunk.
The passenger is standing in the aisle when the flight attendant asks him to take a seat. He sits on the armrest. But quickly
Can
gets up when
can you hit
tailgates
pause
are
for a
up
second, Ryan? I just want to add
Sure can.
you see how drunk this guy is right now and he's acting like this? When was the last time you saw anybody smoke weed and act this way? But yet weed's illegal in half the world and alcohol's legal everywhere. Seriously. Alcohol makes people do that.
Well, I mean, if you want to take a stance on which substance you support, I don't disagree with you, but it's crazy.
Hey, I support both of them. Let's not get crazy here. I
Well-
like them both. I'm just saying, I find it fascinating that weed is illegal in a lot of places. Not where I live. Where I live, it's like going to the liquor store. You can buy wherever you want.
Southwest Airlines. Currently, I don't know, but I know they weren't serving alcohol for a period of time.
I was on a flight 2 weeks
they
ago.
weren't
there
doing
was no
beverage.
alcohol.
They weren't doing beverage services just in general.
Was that
for the past
including
year.
not even
Anything.
soda?
They weren't giving anything out initially, and then they introduced beverage service back in, and then that was whenever that guy punched the flight attendant, broke her nose. That dickhead.
Yeah, what a
So they
jerk-off.
took alcohol away again because of that.
That guy was the first class passenger too. So let's see the end result of Drunk Boy here.
Drunk boy gets tackled by the pilot.
Drunk boy, yeah, drunk boy,
get tackled by the
drunk
pilot boy.
Yeah.
He continues to be antagonistic, coaxing other passengers to join his one-man protest against sitting.
I mean, pick your battles.
Why would you
dude.
want to
He doesn't
stand?
get any takers.
I would
He
want to
decides to
sit
go it
until it's
alone.
time to go.
Take a seat. Take a seat. Take a seat. I said take a seat, sir.
Pilots having none of it.
You're gonna take a seat right now.
When confronted by the pilots, he becomes even more brazen. Does not
Pilot's
back
pretty
down.
big.
He's tall, huh?
Hey, for those who can't see what we're watching, let me describe it. Here, hit pause for a second so they can get a picture of this. They got a guy who's really drunk with a hat on backwards. He's got chops coming down his face and a mustache, all right? Very drunk and belligerent. I would say he's probably about 5'10", 5'11". And then there's the pilot, who is a very
Pilot
large
who-
man.
Yeah,
Very
looks-
large.
Looks like he's a tall guy. It's hard. I mean, it's hard to tell. Maybe the guy's really short, and the pilot's
And
just
that
like
guy's
normal.
5'10". But if I was to guess, the guy was 5'10" and the pilot's like 6'4" and big. But how would he fit in a pilot
Well.
chair? If he was that big. Is it like horse jockeying
I
where you
don't
got to be
know,
small?
man.
Like you could be a horse jockey.
Are we analyzing this right now? And also, no, I couldn't. And I would, dude, yeah, crack. You're gonna pull that on me right now? You think that
Sorry, bro.
I should be, what are they called? Jockey? You think I'm a jockey?
It's a professional athlete.
You think I'm petite?
I don't know. Let's real quick. I'm gonna do a Google search on the average height of a jockey.
Dear Google. It's like cloudy with a chance of meatballs. Your hands are like, dear Google. What is the average height
5'7".
Taller than that.
4'10" to 5'7" is the average height.
4'10" to 5. So I don't qualify. I'm taller than that. I'm taller than both of those.
How tall are you?
I'm 5'9".
Oh, okay. You're 5'9"?
Yeah.
I'm only 5'10", but you seem like I don't get the armpit thing all the time like you do. Why is that?
I hate that, dude. That's the worst.
I know
when
you
someone
do.
taller- someone comes up and they're like, how's it going? They like
Ryan's
totally
biggest
armpit
pet
your
peeve.
shoulder.
I love
That
standing back.
is my-
When I stand afar and watch this happen, like I'll see it happen from afar, and I'm like, "Oh, Ryan's hating life right now."
Well, hey Johnny,
Explain.
thanks for
Explain it.
derailing what we were talking about.
No, we'll
thanks
get
for
back to that.
derailing what we were talking about.
We were
We'll
just
get
talking
back.
about
Okay. Sorry, guys, if you're listening, we'll get back to the airplane story in a minute. Right now, Johnny would like me to tell that sometimes it annoys me whenever, particularly if we're at a music festival, because that's where you're more likely to encounter sweaty people. And then they come up to you because they want to talk and they're happy to see you. And I'm a friendly guy. I got lots of friends. And they come up and they'll put their arm around me because it's always good to see me. And their arm pit will be on my shoulder. And then when they walk away, I got that smell on my shoulder.
And the sweat.
And it is, in fact, my number 1A pet peeve.
Number 1A, so that makes it big. Oh, that makes it the number one. Let me ask you.
Yeah, top tier pet peeve.
If I'm only 1 inch taller than you, which is not that much, it's literally this much, okay?
Yeah.
How come I never run into that problem? I do every now and again, but very rarely.
That's the breaking point, I guess, man. I guess that 1 inch is the breaking point.
You got screwed. You're 2 inches too tall to be a jockey, and you're 1 inch too short to not get the armpit shoulder.
Yeah. Well, I mean, everyone has their stuff they got to deal with, you know?
If it makes you feel any better, my penis is 3 inches. So what can you do?
It doesn't make me feel, it doesn't make me feel better knowing that. Let me think. Does that make me feel better? Indifferent.
That's good. Back
You're
to
a
the story.
grower. You're a grower and not a shower.
Oh, that's for sure. That's 100%.
You want to get back? You want to get back to the
that high
airplane?
school gym class with that fucking teacher who made us stand on the side and do the knots? Remember that? Boy, how humiliating, getting out of a cold pool and standing there naked. Little peanut shell on my jock.
You're straight up derailing.
I'm not derailing. I know we're going back to the drunk guy.
D-railing the podcast.
Listen, we were talking about a drunk passenger with fucking chops and a mustache trying to get off the plane before everybody else with the very large pilot who's saying, "No, sir, you got to sit down." That's where we're at.
Back to the no bullshit pilot.
The music in the background adds a nice element.
I know. He gets a little bit shovey right here.
How's he trying to help them, I want to know.
He's hammered, Johnny.
Do you mind just sitting down really quick?
No, I don't.
Oh, whoa, he just knocked her over.
Well, this guy.
Sit down. Enough.
Pilot.
Put your hands on my butt. Enough. Yep. You hear me? Yep.
When we roll
That pilot's awesome.
Yeah, he's the best.
I think
definitely got
he's putting a
fans
little,
after this.
he's putting a little extra elbow into the back of him.
Hey,
Into the back of his neck.
his head hit the ground a little hard. What can you do?
Yeah, you know.
Hey, guy deserves every bit of that. And this is the thing, man. Like,
Every bit of it.
I don't agree with violence. I really don't. But some people just deserve to be punched in the head, and that guy is one of them.
I agree with it when you have it coming. I don't agree with if the pilot did that to somebody that was minding their own business, then the pilot would be an asshole. But that wasn't the case. The guy needed detained.
The guy was being an asshole.
Let's lighten it up. Have you seen Wow. Have you seen humans?
Let's lighten it up.
Let's
Have
try
you
that
taken
again.
speed?
Let's try that again. Have you seen Humans of Spirit Airlines? It's on Instagram, and it's pretty funny.
Well, all I know is Spirit Airlines has a lot of these altercations, so I'm sure there's a lot of shit there.
It's like when you hear of an altercation and someone's like, it was on Spirit Airlines. You're like, oh, well, yeah, that's why.
Well, like, duh. You get what you pay for.
Like, duh.
I was tempted to buy a flight on Spirit Airlines when I was going to Nashville. I'm like, man, that looks too good to be true. It is too good to be true because you're putting your
How
life
much
in
was it?
danger.
How
like
much was it?
$80. $80 or something.
But you pay for everything else though, so does
You pay for all your
does it
carry-ons.
end up kind of equaling out in the end? Because I've never
No.
flown it. It's
You still probably
cheaper.
come out ahead, but like
still
you
come
don't
out
get a
cheaper.
recline. They don't. Their seats don't recline. Look at what you're dealing with. You're dealing with people like that.
You have to pay for like water, right?
Everything. You got to pay for a carry-on.
Do you have to pay to use the bathroom?
Nah, it's not Germany.
What was that airline in Germany?
Which one?
The one that was
Ryan-
like
Ryanair.
there was a Ryanair. Yeah, Ryanair, which is a great
I got
name,
us tickets
but-
on. I got us tickets on that airline once to Helsinki solely because it had your name.
Because it had my name in it.
Yeah, I think so.
Look, I would like to book this ticket that has my good buddy Ryan's name in it. It's going to take us through Latvia.
No, that was actually Baltic Air. We've done some interesting places. We had a layover there. That was October 31st, 2015.
I legit had to Google where we were.
Where is that? Where is Latvia anyway?
Latvia is right next to Estonia, which is
Eastern Europe.
Eastern Europe. Yeah.
I remember it was back when I still smoked cigarettes.
It's a nice
And
airport.
It was a nice airport. I bought a pack of cigarettes for €3 in Latvia.
Oh,
And I was
wow,
just
that's cheap.
That is crazy. Now, granted, they didn't taste like any other Camel Lights I've ever smoked in my life. I'm not going to lie. But still.
Tasted a little bit like butthole, but it was $3 or whatever.
Hey, I'm a fan of Butthole. It's all right. I wouldn't be too bad with that one. You said cheese.
What'd it taste
now
like?
we're talking a problem. Just like a cheap tobacco. It tasted
Yeah.
like you'd be buying like the. I remember we would tour the States and we would get to Missouri and they always sold cheap cigarettes. And I used to buy this carton for $17 of the worst cigarettes known to man, but they were $17 and we were on the road. And
What were
it was
they?
tough.
Let's tag them.
I have no idea. I couldn't even
Oh,
tell
really?
you the name. No idea. But all I know is
It's like the white can with beer.
soda. Yeah, beer or soda. Yeah, they used to get at that Pathmark supermarket back in the day.
Have you ever
But-
had a beer? Like, have you ever had
one that-
a can that's just said beer?
No, have you?
No, I haven't.
I wonder
what
what
though.
it tastes like. Maybe it's great beer.
I have stayed at a hotel that when you drive up, it just says hotel on the side, or like motel. We were touring and we were staying outside of New York City. So it was like Jersey City or something like that.
Oh God, shithole.
And we pull up to where we had our rooms booked, and it was one of the ones where the door to the hotel was like right outside on the sidewalk, and we pull up and we're getting our stuff out and we're going into our rooms, and these three kids are like in the street and they're like, yo, I'm not like, they were Mexican kids. So they're like, you guys staying there? We're like, yeah. They're like, don't stay there, man. Come stay with us. It's way better. The one kid was like, don't stay there, man. Come in my house. It's way safer. we go into the room. Why? Because the deadbolt that was going into the deadbolt was going into drywall.
You can just pull that out, can't you?
Yes. It was not a safe room.
So I have a question for you, Ryan. Have you ever seen those shoes? You mentioned to me the other day you wanted to talk about Crocs, so I assumed you wanted to talk about the shoes Crocs. So I did some research on Crocs, and
Wait, you did research on the shoes or on the animal?
Well, I just looked at some pictures, and I just wanted to come back and ask you a couple of questions. A, why did you ask me to do a segment on the podcast about Crocs? Because they are the ugliest shoes I've ever seen in my life. And people love them. Maybe they're super comfy, but like if you get seen in public with one of those things, man, that's just embarrassing, bro. Why would you want to do that?
I was talking about the animal, and
Oh.
I guess you being the shoe guy, went to the custom Crocs.
Well, Crocs, why are you talking about crocodiles?
Johnny, I was talking about crocodiles.
Since when is it Crocs like the new? What is that? The new lingo for crocodile? Like, yeah, bro, I was watching some Croc videos.
I see where you're coming from, dude. I'm not gonna make fun of you for it.
Have you ever seen those shoes, Crocs? Though.
Yeah, they're pretty ugly.
What's the explanation? How did they become popular?
I think they're really comfortable. I've never worn a pair, so my assumption would just be that they're moon shoes.
It looks like you're wearing just like a what do they call those? They look like galoshes.
Give up on life.
Well, they look like galoshes in not sandals. What do they call? In what are those shoes called? My mom's old boss used to wear those.
Flip flop galoshes.
They're like flip flop galoshes, but there's a word. It's gonna come to me later. Anyway, they're just so ugly. Like you said, not slippers. What are they fucking called? They wear them in Amsterdam. They're like Danish
House shoes.
No, man, they're like clogs. Clogs. That's it. Clogs.
They look like clogs.
They're
clogs.
rubber clogs. Rubber clogs. And you're wearing galoshes shaped as clogs. How is this comfortable? Because I have a pair of galoshes for when it does rain here because I get big puddles outside my house. I can't get to my car. Galoshes that are shaped like fucking clogs. You said something very interesting. You said life is over. What did you say? You giving up on life?
I'm just saying. I try to put myself together, love it or hate it, and when I see people out in Crocs, it just kind of makes me feel like they sort of gave up.
Okay, so what do you think about this person out in Crocs?
Yes, exactly my point. Exactly my point. Ron Jeremy in Crocs. Oh, they're dirty Crocs too.
Look at these. Look at that. He's mowing his lawn in Crocs.
In Crocs.
That is disgusting. That guy's in a lot of trouble. A lot of trouble. He's some bad things. That man has done some bad things.
What's he in trouble for? I haven't heard.
40-something counts of sexual assault or something.
Well, I'm not surprised even a little bit.
There's a crazy video on YouTube of a porn star from 2017, 3 years before he got arrested, throwing that dude under the bus. But we won't talk about that. But he's probably the most famous Croc wearer. I wonder if they don't allow him to wear them anymore.
We played at the Roxy one night, and so after we play, I'm standing outside talking to 3 friends, girls, and he comes up and was like, started.
Who comes up? Ron Jeremy?
Ron Jeremy comes up and was really creepy. And the one person was kind of like had a few drinks, you know, and he just kept being like, let me walk you to your car. Let me walk you to your car. And he was like touching her and stuff. And I remember after he left, just everyone in that group being like, that was creepy. And he was like trying to like pull out the drunk girl from the crowd to, you know what I mean? He was like trying to get her away.
And you know, he's not a drinker. He's a sober guy. Makes it even creepier.
Yeah, it makes it even creepier because you can pick out who is under the influence.
That just goes to show that a lot of those accusations against him happened at the Rainbow and stuff. I believe every one of them. That's just horrible.
Well, the Rainbow's right next door to the Roxy, so maybe that was his perch.
Well, I mean, he was always at the Rainbow every time. Anytime I've been at the Rainbow, I can say that I probably seen that guy there almost every time. He was like Lemmy, like just there every day. You never heard stories of Lemmy doing that.
Looking all haggard.
You know? In his Crocs and his fucking, what are those called? Those baggy pants. What are the baggy, the Zumbas or whatever they're called?
Baggy, dirty sweatpants with Crocs. Looking all haggard.
Yet he probably
is that Merle Haggard over there? Yeah.
So about okay. Now that we've talked about what I thought you were talking about, yeah, Mr. Hip Guy with the lingo on crocodiles being Crocs. Had no idea.
Well, I brought up my favorite Instagram page, dude. My new favorite Instagram page. It'll change tomorrow, probably. Because there's this dude.
Your favorite Instagram page?
Okay, so Matt Wright, you got to go look him up on Instagram. He has like a crocodile sanctuary where he takes.
Would that be right with the W or just right RIGHT?
With the W? I'll pull it up. But he takes in injured crocodiles or like crocodiles that can't live in the wild anymore. Like he has one crocodile, he calls him Tripod because he has 3 legs. Check this out, dude.
And like that.
Yeah, let
Do
me
not
start it
wanna
over
get
again.
caught.
That thing is a dinosaur, literally.
Look at the size of that.
That is
Massive. He's
that
probably
is-
about 80, 90 year old. You know, you can just hear
90
the power in
years
his
old.
jaws here. See that?
Listen to
Oh
that.
my
Massive.
God.
Just
You hear that? Well, hold on. Hit
unbelievable
pause.
pressure
Hit
coming
pause.
down like that.
Please.
I can't pause. It's
Do
Instagram.
not want to get caught in that. I've seen when they've grabbed hold of pigs
sounded like a
before and
pipe.
their whole sort of head
Yeah.
gets crushed like a...
Watch this. Watch right here. Dude.
Look at
my
the size
God.
of that animal. Like, he is huge. That's a normal leg of ham that you'd
Yeah.
have for Christmas.
Just swallowed it.
That would last you for a month or so. For him,
Sigh.
it would last him about 3 or 4 days.
Surprised
As
it
a
lasts
kid-
him that long.
I wanted
Yeah.
a 8-foot python. Now I'm a bit older, I get that.
That's
17-foot
90 years
crocodile.
old, man.
He's a good boy, but he would eat me in a heartbeat. This
Buddy'd eat me in a heartbeat. When he was clamping his jaws like that, it sounded
Yeah, it's
like hitting a stick on PVC piping. Like that was
PVC
the
pipe
sound
or
of it.
something. Yeah.
That's
But
crazy.
that was the force of him clamping down, dude. Can you imagine
That,
getting tangled
imagine
up
if he
in
did that on your arm? If he did
done.
that on
Yeah,
your
no.
arm, your arm's
You're
gone.
dead, man. Yeah, you're dead.
At that point, you'll probably be in shock and you'll just completely die. You can't even run away at that point.
not only are you gonna get eaten, but you're gonna get like broken. You know,
He's a great boy, but he'd eat me in a heartbeat.
he's a good boy, but he'd eat me in a heartbeat. His accent makes me like him. Makes me like him even more.
Well,
It's
what
like-
is up
makes
with
him-
these guys? Like, what gets into somebody's brain when they're like, you know what? I'm going to just like hang out with crocodiles.
I for sure can see like the fascination with them, dude.
I'd
They're awesome.
I'd love to know how he finds the injured ones. Like, there's got like I mean,
Yeah.
like they get into fights, they lose their leg, this, that, the other thing. But how do you actually locate them? Is the question.
Yeah.
We should have this guy on our show. That
Oh, it would be
a
amazing.
great.
That would be
great
amazing.
interview. Dude. Let's reach out to him. What
Do it.
Worst you can do is not respond. I'll do it. Fuck yeah.
Watch this. Watch this.
We've got to tag him.
Yeah. That's the same crocodile.
Guy's got no arms. No, that's tripod.
Yeah, that's the same crocodile.
Oh my god.
All right, you
So-
gotta come back.
This guy couldn't. This alligator or crocodile couldn't catch him
Up he comes.
because he's missing a leg, right?
Come on, up he comes. Up he comes.
Listen to that.
That is so.
right,
Oh my
guys.
god.
Whoop. Come on.
Oh my
That
God.
sound. That sound. That is like.
Do you have any more of those? I like these. These are fun.
Let's leave it at that.
What's the difference between a crocodile and an alligator?
To my knowledge, it's the width of their nose.
That 90-year-old.
Crocodiles have thinner beaks. Is it a beak? Nose? Snout?
I don't think it's any of the above, to be honest with you. A snout is like, isn't a snout from like an elephant? That's a tusk. What's a snout? That's a pig. A pig has a snout, tusk, and then what was that other one?
Yeah.
I forget.
I'm
What's
just gonna let the word man figure it out on his own.
What was that last word you said? Because I can't remember what the last one was. What was the last?
It's not a
It wasn't
beak.
that.
It's
It's
definitely
not
not
a
a
beak.
beak.
That's birds. That's birds.
Yeah.
I got a beak.
Yeah, you
though.
think?
I got a nice beak right there. For those who aren't watching, and maybe you need to go to the YouTube and watch the video of Tripod, because Tripod was 90 years old, he said, and his nose, I couldn't help but look at the features on his, like, whatever that, where his mouth, nose, whatever, it looked like
Snout.
it looked like a planet. Like there was so much going on
A planet?
with, like there was so much happening on there. Like,
it had terrain.
yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah,
It was
yeah,
like
for
green,
sure,
dark
for sure.
green, light green. You know, it was pretty. Is there any more of those videos? Like one more I can see, Ryan. I'm really enjoying the violence of that mouth, the tripod.
All right, dude. All right.
How many followers this guy got?
Oh. A deserving 410,000.
Yeah, he'll never respond to my email.
He ought to have more because he's awesome. But okay, here's a good video, dude. Watch how this thing comes out of the water.
Oh my God. Holy shit. I would freak the fuck out.
And look, that's one that doesn't have, that's the one that doesn't have the top of his snout.
Why is he walking against a gate where he'll just be blocked and trapped by this thing?
It's super active. Look at this guy. So this underbite.
Look at that.
He's got no top of mouth. He's got no top of mouth.
Top end safari camp.
Look at that.
That's a handicapped crocodile.
The top of his mouth,
He had half a mouth.
missing.
He had half a snout, and he was still
the
that
bottom.
aggressive. Yeah, he was still that
That
aggressive.
that thing was so fast. Could you imagine just fishing on the side of a riverbank and seeing that something like that fucking coming right at you? I would freeze. I don't even know what I would do.
You'd be lunch.
Well, you'd have to run, and you run sideways because they're fast if they run straight, but they're not so fast if they run sideways.
Hey man. No, you don't. Explain why you know that.
That's just common knowledge.
It's common
That's true,
knowledge
though.
to run sideways when a crocodile's chasing you.
You want to run back and forth when a crocodile is chasing you because they can run straight. They can't run back and forth. They're really fast. If you run straight, they're super fucking fast. If you run side to side, back and forth, they can't. They just know how to go straight. So they'll go this way, and then you go the other way. Then they'll go that way. Look it up.
I'm gonna let you have that one.
No. I'm looking it up. Google.
What should I do?
Google.
How do I outrun a crocodile? Google just says, don't try.
Be sure to run away from the water, avoiding the jaws of more crocodiles. Forget the conventional wisdom about running in a zigzag pattern to escape. The quickest way to escape an alligator or crocodile is in a straight line. I was wrong.
Hey, Google, no shit.
This is because humans and other animals run faster in straight lines. Right. How fast? What do you do if an alligator chases you? Let's see what that says. Alligators have a natural fear of humans and usually begin a quick retreat when approached by people. If you have a close encounter with an alligator a few yards away, back away slowly. What do you do if you run into a crocodile? Google says, if you spot a croc, back away slowly and try not to make sudden movements. Splashing in water will only draw attention. If a crocodile heads your way, run away in a straight line. I was wrong. I would have given everybody information that would have gotten them killed by a crocodile.
now
I'm
search.
sorry.
Now search this. What do you do if you encounter Ron Jeremy in Crocs?
What?
Oh, the answer's the same. Back away slowly. Hey, same answer. Back away slowly.
Porn star Ron Jeremy wore semen-stained Crocs.
Done. Next, okay. Next topic. It has the thing where you can put the glasses on.
Oh
Yeah.
you know what?
Yeah. Let's get
That's
fancy.
good because I haven't put my filter on today. So let's see. Not virtual background. No, we'll do video filter.
Yep. Video
We
filter.
got it.
There you go. Yep.
All right.
Let's call this segment Video Filters with Johnny Udell.
All right. Why isn't it coming on? Oh, there it is.
There you go. There you go, dude. You're looking good. Anyone listening is going to just straight up turn this off. But you know what? I don't care because this is fun for me. That's how you should be from now on.
They'll match the little tags on my new Vans that, by the way, I just want you to know, we're going to see what happens. I got today the confirmation that they have shipped.
They have shipped. There are any other glasses in there? Because those, I mean, immediately you look better. And I'm not even trying to be funny. It's not funny.
Well, I'm going to, I'll show you what will make me look best.
Yeah. Pizza Head.
Pizza Head.
Is that a hat or is that pizza? Oh, there you go.
Wait, glasses. Any more glasses? Ooh, this is a good one. What about that?
There you are. Because you can. Oh, dude, it makes your eyes look like
Zorro.
it makes your eyes look like bubbles from Trailer Park Boys.
My Zorro look.
Yep.
Now let's play the game with me wearing these.
Let's play a game with you in the Zorro mask.
Weird, when I drink the coffee, it goes away.
Yeah, well, probably has something to do with the angle of your face, dude. All right. Spirit Airlines versus Frontier. You got to fly one.
Spirit Airlines versus Frontier.
You got to pick one. What do you do?
I'll pick Frontier for no other reason than I've seen more scary Spirit Airline stories. And Frontier uses green in their logo, and green's my favorite color. Ryan Harris.
Yes.
Stewardess comes up to you, offers to put handcuffs or duct tape on. What do you take?
Am I in trouble?
Yeah. You obviously
Well, I take
fucked
the
up
hand-
if she's doing that.
I take the handcuffs. I don't want to be duct taped. Also, I'm not going to be that guy. I'm not that guy. Starting shit on an airplane. You're into custom shoes, you know? You're into custom shoes.
I love custom. Love them.
I don't know if you can make custom Crocs, but if you can, what color are you going for?
I'd probably go along the lines of what I just did with my Vans. I'd probably get a magenta one and a
Magenta
turquoise
Magenta
one.
Crocs.
Magenta.
Turquoise.
Yeah, if I could get a magenta turquoise swirl Croc, that would probably be ideal.
Oh, swirl. I think they do make Crocs and swirls.
There you go. Speaking of Crocs, the two most famous porn stars, male side of things in the world ever to this day, is Ron Jeremy and John Holmes. Ron Jeremy is suspected of murder. He was a big drug addict. Ron Jeremy is suspected of raping multiple women, complete scumbag. You have to be friends with one of them. You have to be friends with one of them.
Yeah.
Which one are you friends with?
Well, oh, dude, that's a gross question.
It's a gross question from a gross guy.
Man.
What do you got?
I don't want to be friends with a murderer.
So you'd rather be friends with a rapist?
Oof, dude. Ask me something I can answer. I choose C. D,
none of the above.
D, none of the
None
above.
of the above. All right, that's a good answer. It's the right answer. C.
Yeah.
None of the above. I don't want to be
All
friends
right.
with a murderer. So you'd rather be friends with a rapist?
You want to be friends with cheese, dude. Hashtag me too.
What are we Me Tooing? They're the Me Too guys. We're saying C. None of the above. Hashtag Me Too. Look at my Zorro head.
Hashtag Zorro.
Hashtag Zorro. All right.
That filter's
Harris?
pretty awesome. Yeah. Is it my turn, huh?
Yeah.
Let's see here. O.J. Simpson, guilty or innocent?
Guilty. Guilty, 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 guilty. Guilty times 10. Guilty of all charges. Guilty.
Coming from the Hamburglar.
Well, I'm probably guilty too because I'm the Hamburglar. Is that who I'm supposed to be? Not Zorro?
What is it about talking to you that makes me either do this or talk with an accent?
I don't know, but did you want to talk about OJ?
No, I don't.
Because
give a
that's
shit
an
about-
interesting
you can bring it
topic.
up now.
And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for joining us today.
It's Ryan's
on the
way of
podcast.
saying, peace
Get
out.
the fuck out of here. Hey, no, on a serious note, we did have a good time chatting about all sorts of neat, fun stuff today. I want to thank everybody for taking the time to listen to us today. If you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you go to all the outlets, hit subscribe button, leave a message if you want, write us if you want on the Instagram or the Facebook or whatever, Twitter, we never use it, but maybe we'll start. And if you want to see this Zorro face, make sure to go to youtubes.com and put in Whatever Buddy podcast. Yo. And until next week, Ryan Harris, I hope you had a good time because I had a blast over here.
Go to whateverbuddy.com. It'll link you to
Whateverbuddy.com.
wherever. It'll link you to wherever you want to. It'll link you to
Wherever you wanna
however
be.
you want to listen. Wherever it's the place to be. Yeah.
It is the place to be. Something tells me they listen to where, people know where to listen their own little way. Like me, I like
think
Apple
so.
Podcast personally. Big fan.
And I like YouTube.
Right. That's how we ended up with the visuals and the audios. Two
Yeah.
dudes, two different ways of watching and listening. Fun stuff.
To each their own.
To each their own. On that note, everybody, you guys all have a great week.
See ya.
We will see you next week on the Whatever Buddy podcast.